Hello everyone, Vicki Achard here with Nature's Best Art. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to make our second tag. It's week 2 of a 5-part series of 25 tags till Christmas. So let's get started. Okay, I have 2 completed ones that I worked on, and then the rest of them I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually work in stages today. Okay, and I just love it. I just love the gold stamp that I used. It's so pretty. It shines really nice. And so what this stamp is, here it is. It is from Craftsmart. And I think I got it at Michael's, and I think it's just really pretty. And I'm going to talk about this the stamp pad that I use for this. It's a color box, and the pigment is gold. And I bought it because I wouldn't have to emboss. Embossing takes, a little bit more time. And once in a while I like to use this because the work goes faster. So that's what I used, and we're going to be stamping one of these today. Okay, so now the paper, I just used what I had in the craft room. So each of them are a little different on the bottom, the color. And the measurements that I like to use is 2 3/16 by 3 inches. This one's a little smaller because this is like all I had of that paper, so it was like 2 inches by 3 inches on the bottom. And the tags were made out of my Recollections punch. You can see it's a tag punch. And I really like this Recollections punch. I use it a lot. Okay, so first of all, so what I did is I had another stamp. Isn't that cute? And it kind of matches, the ornament. So I thought that was really cute. Remember last week we used this one. And remember, if you don't have these stamps, just write to and from on the back, and use whatever papers you have. This is the one that I used today on the back. And let's see, I'm trying to find a name, but these ones with no names, I think I got this at the dollar bin actually at Michael's. So, and it works really well. And I use let's see, I use the Versafine mark. I call it Versafine mark, but it's Versafine pigment ink on the back, and that works really well. So let's get started with our the ones that I didn't finish. Okay, so here's another one, and let's see, make sure I have the stamp in the back. Okay, and then I'm going to be using some stickles. And these are from Ranger, and I really like them, the gold. But I didn't have any green in the Ranger, so I used this Studio G. And I tell you, I had a little bit of trouble. Kind of globbed out there, so I made my dots as well as I could on this one. But I think it looks okay. So let's. I haven't used these yet today, and so I want to make sure they work. And this one is actually there's hardly any in here, so I really have to try to get it down as good as I can. Let's see if it doesn't work. Yeah, it works. Okay, so let's put, I thought, a gold one here, a dot. Okay, and I kind of like this one a little better where it has the 4, but I mean this one looks pretty too. But let's just do 4. Let's just see how this is going to work today. Like I said, I did order. I went on Amazon, and I ordered my stickles, and so I got green in the Ranger, and like I said, I like that better. This is working okay. Oh, that's my birdie clock. All right, let's do the 4. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it comes out kind of big with this one. I guess I could have put a little less, but that looks pretty. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, of course. I don't want to touch that. And so let's put this one up. And let's work on our next one. We're going to make 5 today, remember? Okay, now this is like in stages. You know, I had to let this dry before I put it on. And and so I can show you this, you know, a lot more how I did it. Okay, so I have that right. I want to make sure that's down. And then what I did is I'll show you, I put the gold around here, and I'm going to show you how I did that with the color box and the next one. Because the next one, let's see, does my next one need it? Let's see which one. Oh, this is the one that needs it. Oh, let me do that now before I go on to this one. So let me show you how I did that. Now, what I did is, you know, just to show you, I wanted one to show you. So I didn't have this ribbon on when I did this. But, you know, you can put this on and then do this. Or what's really good is to do it in pieces, you know, when you work. So you do all 5, you put it on that corner, and then you make these, you know, with your punch. Then you put it on here. And how I do it is I just go around there like that, see? And you just hold the middle like that. Like that. And on the top. It's a little tricky with the ribbon, but I didn't have the ribbon. I just want to show you what it looked like kind of finished. That's why I put the ribbon on, but that looks good. Okay, so that's how I did that. And so all right, let's work with this one. Now what I did was I used these dimensionals, and yes, I did make a mistake when I didn't, it's okay, but it kind of, the crispness kind of went down. So I just, you know, you just turn your paper over and you try again, you know. And nobody's going to see this back part, right? So let's get these off. And these are made probably by Scotch. I've been buying a lot. You know, so many people make these. Recollections, I think, makes them. And I think these are from Scotch. Okay, and let me make sure that's down. Yeah, okay, so just go like that. Let's put that on. Okay, and then what I do, I use my hole punch to punch that right there. I can see that I punched that one already. See this part, so I knew where I wanted it to go. And you know, because I used different paper, let's see, this one I wanted to use this ribbon. I thought it was really pretty, the green ribbon. And I buy this at Michael's. I showed you this last week. And I always buy my ribbon on sale. And then, you know, you just fold it, put the fold through. And then you put this part of the ribbon through this. Okay. And there's your ribbon. So that one's done. All right. Okay, and so let's see what we have to do on this next one. All right, so I got this down. I got that part done. I got my gold around my bottom paper and my gold around that part. And so let me see. Let's punch it. Or no, let's stamp it rather. Okay. All right, so let's use this stamp and juice it up real good. Okay. And we're going to, you know what, here, let me think about this, because this is where I messed up before. I want to let you know, you have to put your paper there if you're going to write your Merry Christmas. I have a Merry Christmas stamp, but I don't know where it is. I misplaced it from last year. So that was kind of a bummer, but I have these gel pens that I'm going to use. Let me see if I can move things so you can see this. These gel pens, they want to dry up on you all the time, but you just try to get them going. Okay. And I think what I'll do is I'm gonna punch this actually. So first, okay. I didn't think through this before I got on camera, but you know, it all works out. All right, so the Merry Christmas, and you know, you just use your best writing. So I wanted to put the Merry Christmas up here. I'm really hoping this gel pen's going to work well on camera. Sometimes, you know, they give you a little problem. Okay, that's Merry. And then now your line, put Christmas here. Okay, that's pretty perfect. Except for the gel pen, once in a while it kind of stops on you. So you just try to get it going again. Okay. Okay, I like that. And later on in the video, at the end, well, actually, I'm going to show you right after this, because I actually made some more, and the reason I know that I needed to put the paper on there is because I didn't at first, and they all kind of went down, you know, so I just like it better if it's, and also I like the letters smaller than bigger. So, all right, so let's, we juiced up our stamp. And let's get a good impression if we can. So what I want to do is I want to press quite a bit, especially in the middle. I noticed right in the middle it didn't give me a good image, so I want to make sure it does that. Okay. Oh, beautiful. I love it, don't you? And you know, we didn't have to emboss it, which I think is just so nice. It's just beautiful in gold. Now, what I have done with these is I've waited to put the stickles on. The stickles in my Studio G glitter glue. And I think I'm going to have to wait until we're off camera. But you saw how to do this in stages this time. So then when it dries, I'm gonna put my gold right here and my 4 dots of green, and then I'm going to put my excuse me, my dimensionals on, put that on, and then stamp or use my hole punch. And let's see, I think I like this paper with the gold, so I'm going to put the gold ribbon. So there you have it. It's very simple, but I think so pretty, and I just love the gold. Do you like the gold? And you know, if it doesn't give you, like this image didn't come out too, you know, as well as this one, but I still like it because it looks a little antique-ish is what I like. I think that looks real pretty. Here, I'll put the 4 there that we finished today. Okay, and now I want to show you the ones that I first started, and I actually started making these last year. So every year I'm a year ahead. I'll explain in a minute. Okay? So if you remember, I showed you this book last week, and you know, I make these books and they're so nice. I make them out of my scraps, and you know, these are my own designs, my watercolor designs, and I actually use them for my coupons I put in here when I do my grocery shopping. Well, before the pandemic, when I used to go to the store, and then you know, this is like for my grocery list. It is these are so nice. I never lose them. I put them on the counter, and I put them in my purse when, you know, I'm ready to go to the store, and it's worked out really well. Well, I also use to put down how I'm actually going to make these, and so this one I crossed it out because now this I make them a year ahead. I started this 25 tags till Christmas last year, and so last year I made more for this year, and I knew I was going to make these you know, sometime this year. But what I did is I looked at them and I just did not like these, actually. I knew last year I was going to do a little something different with this particular design, and I didn't know what, and so, you know, I worked with it this week, and I came up with, you know, my list that I needed to work with, and how, you know, I just showed you how to make those the green ones, which I liked a lot better. So anyway, so I think it's really a good idea if you do design your tags to have a place, you know, where you can always go, you know, your book like that, or any kind of journal book that you can write your designs down on, and it's just really nice to have. But I just want to talk a little bit. There are different ways of doing this particular, you know, using this particular stamp, and I just wanted to show you a few of the ways that I didn't think that worked, and a few of the ways, other ways that I thought did work. So this is actually watercolor paper, and it's 140-pound Arches paper. It's really good paper. I just happen to have some, you know, a strip of it, so I used it. But to tell you the truth, I think it's just too thick, and it kind of bends. So if you are going to use watercolor paper and do some watercoloring, this is watercolor here. If you are going to do that, use, like, maybe they probably have a 90-pound watercolor paper, and don't use your 140-pound. This, I did use my stickles, but it just went on too thick. And remember, like this one, the part of the stamp here on the top, you know, it's really pretty as it was, and so I think I don't actually think that I used my gold, my stamp pad last year, but I used a different stamp, so that's why I felt like I had to outline it and color it. And this is actually made with liquid pearls, which is Ranger, but I think what I did is I just put too much. You know, I was kind of learning how to use it, and if you go a little bit less. And then I put, with the gel pen, I put my Merry Christmas. I just actually recently did this, and I am going to use these. I don't think they're the prettiest that I ever made, but you know, for someone's gift, you know, I will use it instead of throwing them away. But it just looks different, you know, than it just might give you a few ideas. What I didn't really like is that I don't think the colors on the watercolor were very good either, and it just I don't know. I'm glad that I came up with a better idea this year to show you. But these are the ones I want to show you that actually didn't turn out. It has the green like I like, and I didn't put the gold at first, and I'm glad I put the gold. I think the gold looks a little better, you know, to use gold and green, the stickles. But what I want to show you this is that, see the Merry Christmas, I just didn't get it straight, and that's when I started, you know, to use my paper. So if you do write your, you know, on your tags, I would definitely use this paper to get it straight. And then I always try to figure out, well, how can I fix it? Okay, so that's already written. Maybe if I write other words, it'll kind of draw people's eyes away from this. So I put Merry and Joy and Noel and Bright, and then I kind of dotted it here and there, but it still didn't get my eye away from that, and that really bothered me. So that's another tag that I'll use, but it's not my favorite. And then this one, I put some more dots around, you know, the ornament, which I thought looked kind of pretty. And then I first did it with this. This is Recollections Signature Gold. It's like a, like a felt pen is what it is, and you can see the dots on it, the dots that I did, but I couldn't see them very well. So what I did is I then started putting stickles, you know, on there, and I think it really looks nice now. So that's another one that I'll give to someone. And then I decided to see what I liked in a different color stickle, so I used my red stickles, and then I put some red around here because I thought, well, if I have red here, you know, and it's all green, so put a little red around there. So what I did was I put the stickles there, and then I just, with my paper, I just kind of moved it around, see, so it kind of it went all around there, and I think this is real pretty. So I just wanted to show you there's other possibilities. Now what I want to show you, as promised last week, I mentioned that I wanted to show you where I store my tags. So let's get that out. Okay, in another room in our home, I have a gift organizer, and I bought it when Kmart went out of business. I don't know how much I paid for it, but I know it was, they just wanted to get rid of it, and I thought this is the perfect place for my gift ribbons, my my boxes that I accumulate, little boxes that I put some gifts in sometimes, and I put filler in gift baskets that I make, or other gifts, and it's all contained in this one organization, this gift organization bin that I have, and I'm just thrilled to show you this. But I'm sure you have your own bins. I'd like to pull out one of my bins now and show you exactly where I put my gift tags. So I'm going to turn the camera down, and I'm going to pull out that the gift bin that I have. There, you can see it. And I just want to show you, I'm going to stand up so I can show you what is exactly in here. So these are just the tags that I have left for this year. I actually wrapped all my gifts, so I used quite a bit of all my tags, but this is where I put my Christmas tags, and then underneath is where I put my spring tags, or for like birthdays and such. And then in these little envelopes right here is, all my children come, my whole family comes for Christmas, and we open our gifts, and they'll leave the bag here and just take the gifts sometimes. So I've accumulated, what I do is I accumulate these gift tags and I keep them because for the next time that I want to wrap them a gift. This is one of them I made last year. You might remember that one. And so I have, in these envelopes, I have the names of the families that I can put these tags in. So it makes it really nice. And then this envelope here is tags needing work or to be made. You know how sometimes you get gifts and you take that little tag off? I love to keep little things like that, and make up some tags that I need. And then these are like these little things that you can get and wrap around the bags of your gifts. I put that in there. Some little ribbon that I can keep. And so I'm all set. It's all contained in one container. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, well, I just want to wish everyone who has a Thanksgiving and celebrates that to have a happy Thanksgiving. This year we got a 22-pound turkey. We generally get one between 20 and 22 pounds. We're going to be delivering it to 3 families, my 2 daughters and their families, and then my granddaughter and her husband. And then my son, they and his girlfriend, they took a COVID test, and then they're quarantining themselves, and they're going to share Thanksgiving dinner with us. So that's going to be really nice. And so, you know, the pumpkin pies that I usually make are the Laurel Ingalls pies, and they're with the brown sugar and maple flavoring. They're so good. So next year I wanna show you how to make those. You know, like I mentioned last video too, I want to do some cooking videos, and I think that'll be real fun. So I hope you had a great time today. I did. I love sharing these tags that I design. I just love doing that. And so until next time, happy creating.